Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. On today's episode of Project Linebacker, we tackle brakes. Specifically, the replacing of the period master cylinder in the truck. Close friend of mine by the name of Dale, he was on Facebook Marketplace and managed to find me the ad for this particular master cylinder down on the coast. He was also very kind enough to go down there and pick it up for me. So we're going to pop this one in, and then presumably I should be able to start putting brake fluid into the vehicle and seeing if I have any blown lines, leaky wheel cylinders, and anything else that may be broken. Some of you in the comments are probably already keyboard worrying away. Why don't I just put in a double reservoir vacuum assisted master cylinder right from the word go? Thanks to my friend Kevin from half the team over at Dog Strip. Seriously, go check out their channel. Both him and Damien do some really wicked stuff with vehicles. Seriously, check them out. Kevin sent me a link to such an item. However, for the sake of just getting this vehicle up and running, more than it is already, because it runs, it drives, it just doesn't stop. Simplicity's sake, put in this for now, see what needs to be fixed, keep going, and then at a later date, I will be, for the sake of safety, because the new cylinders have double reservoir, and vacuum assist is always lovely. That's a later project. Right now, specifically, let's get the brakes working. So let's dive into it. Alright, so here we are under the vehicle, and thankfully, just before I turned the camera on, I managed to crack the fittings loose without twisting the lines. But as you can see, somebody has gone at these fittings before, and they weren't exactly all that polite about it. So, this is going to be interesting. Let's get on with it. So, here we are. Got the old one out, and I honestly do think that this is very likely the original master cylinder for this truck. You got Delco Canada there, and just the boot and everything. It just really makes me think that this is, you know, the original 1953 master cylinder. Right next to it here is the brand new one. Well, new to me, new condition ish. So, a little side-by-side comparison there. So, let's get this one in and see if we got brakes. Alrighty, so here we are back under the vehicle, ready to install the master cylinder. And I'll save you the boring details of watching me put it back in, because as simple as this job is, he's boring. He's just boring. So, see everybody once it's installed. Okay, so after much consternation and many trips to the parts store, as well as some obvious changing of the season, I have it all back together again. As you can see, the brand new fitting, which I had to hunt down in order to make the new master cylinder work with the original brake lines, is installed. And now, after all these months, I am finally able to put fluid into the new cylinder and begin bleeding the brakes. Oh, I wish I had a shop. I wish I had a hoist. Alrighty, let's get to bleeding. So, interesting little tech tip for you. Save your squeeze ends off of various, like, I got this one off of the Lucas zinc additive here. Thankfully, I didn't need to actually use this tip, but it threads on to my brake fluid bottle, which means I can then be a little bit more precise while putting the fluid into the master cylinder. So, here's your interesting, useless little tech tip of the day. Alrighty, folks, so a little glimpse into the brake job as we continue on. With some difficulty, I've managed to get fluid to the back
cylinders. So I'm going to attach my vacuum assistant here. It'll go onto the fitting. There we go. Wrench. Okay. Now crack this loose. Hypothetically, I should be able to draw the air and there we go. First few bits of fluid. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I'm getting progress. There's brake fluid. It's good. See if I can't improve my... Yeah. There's going to be a lot of air in that system. Oof. A lot of bubbles. So many bubbles. Tighten that up a little bit, see if that's where I'm getting my air from, or if it is just all from the line. Tighten it up a little bit. Okay, that is a lot of air. Whoa. Whoops. Yeah. We got air coming out, but we're also getting a fair amount of fluid as well, as you can see in my little container there. So let's go see if the master cylinder is going down at all. And I'll look see it there. Flashlight. Yeah, it's gonna be it to me. Alright, and whoa. Yeah, definitely pulling fluid from the master cylinder, that's for sure. Okay. So, need to top that up. And,
So now that the master cylinder has been hooked up to the rest of the system, the brakes have been bled. I wasn't able to get a whole lot of footage like I wanted to, but time constraints, weather conditions, and a few other factors, I wasn't able to record a lot. So it's done, it needs a test drive, but I am wrapping this episode up and moving on to the next. Stick with me, folks. See what happens next.